Hey y'all, let's talk about the dire wolf, shall we? Oh wait, wrong channel. WWE 2K25 just dropped patch 1.07, which means that is our one big patch for the year. And it's not the best thing ever. It did fix a lot of things, but it broke way more than it fixed, but then it added cool things. I'm really conflicted on it. But today I'm going to break down everything you need to know, all the stuff that you miss or you don't mess with, because there's a lot of stuff under the hood changes and some physical changes to this game that actually make it really cool. And one of the things that always makes me wonder with these patches is, why did we not just release the game like this?
Right now on BeachBurnBob.
This is, of course, Beach Bytes, and I'm BeachBurnBob, and we cover wrestling video games. And we cover a lot of wrestling video games. And unlike other channels, we don't clickbait or make things sound bigger than they are. We tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. And here's the truth with WWE 2K25's patch 1.07. It feels rushed to me.
Trash.
It feels very rushed to me. It feels like that there's so much good here, but they hurried it out. And I don't know if it's the development schedule of we got to get this game out on time, or I don't know if it's the developers of like, oh man, well, at least we'll get it in there at some point during the year. But this patch is cool and horrible at the same time. So let's break down some of the fun things first. And like, we got the American Alpha. American Alpha has a 4-man entrance.
Ain't this something?
I'm glad it's here now. So if you love Chad Gable or Mr. Americano, if that's his real name, then he is here, and you can have, of course, Brutus Creed and Ivy Nile and all of them. The 4-man entrance looks great. I'm glad that they added it in here. Not only that, we got a new arena to play with. We got the Saturday night's main event arena, and they did really good on this. Not only did they just add the arena in, but it is also fully editable, and you can customize it in your universe. It is set up by default as a pay-per-view, but you can make it a weekly show. It has the commentary for it and all the bells and whistles. It feels like a complete arena. Couple of things that don't feel complete are the brand new NXT championships, or at this point, you know, just the current NXT men and women's title that you see on television. They are here, but they did not port over the history from the past NXT titles, so they do start out fresh. If you start a new universe mode, they will be defaulted in as your main belts. If you are picking up on a universe mode without, you know, starting over and you're using that same save file, you're going to miss out on some of the updates this time around. You're going to have to start a brand new universe to get the most out of this patch. And what are some of those things in the patch? Well, how about win-loss records in universe mode? Yes, the win-loss records finally here. Wins and losses matter in your universe. They matter in my universe too. And now you can see them. You can go through, and the win-loss records work perfectly. I've tested it over and over again. They work great. But to be fair,
Say to be fair. Hate when people say to be fair.
there's a couple things that don't work in universe mode, and that's namely the championship histories and championship titles for the new Intercontinental and Women's United States titles. I don't know what they did here, because it half works, but it doesn't all the way work. And the belt doesn't always change hands. I'm going to show you some real-time footage here so you can see what I'm talking about, why I'm flapping my gums. And what it's about is that you can now have title histories. This was a big gripe the last couple years, that women were only available to have the world champion and the tag titles. You could not give them a mid-card belt. Well, now you can give them a mid-card belt, and it is here. However, when you do this, Universe doesn't really play well with it. Like, you can put the title on the line, and if you force the win, maybe the Universe mode now will change belts. Maybe it'll say, okay, you won, and then maybe it'll just be like, nah, that match that you just did never happened, and you'll have to do it over. Also, the title history does work. If you go into championships and look at the history, you can see that this is how many days this wrestler has had it. However, when you just click in the superstar menu, it always is just 1 day, 1 champion, or championship 1, day 1. If they win it again, it'll be championship 2, day 2. So this is easily a hot fix that they will be able to fix this. Unfortunately, you're going to have to start another universe mode for it to patch in. I hate that part. I really hate that part, but at least it's in there, right? So, I mean, we're winning. They're getting more things there. Rivalry actions are now available at your pay-per-views or PLEs or whatever show Saturday and Sunday, you know, whatever we call it in. They work now. You can go through and cash in your money in the bank. You can end rivalries. However, per Christo of the creator of this wonderful spaghetti string universe mode, if you want your rivalries to end, it must be on the 3rd or 4th week before your rivalries will end at that pay-per-view. This has not changed that. It will do it once in a while and go ahead and end it if you have it on week 1, but not all the time. It's still I feel like Universe just decides what it wants to do now, which I mean is fun, but sometimes it gets a little annoying. So there's so much more there to it, but we're a couple patches away from being perfect. What I hope is that we do get hot fixes and we don't have to wait for 26 for the universe mode that this thing's looking out to be, because it's really a fun time this year. Speaking of that, the mid-card titles were added to general manager mode. That's awesome. Very excited about that. You don't have to start a new save file for this. If you are currently playing general manager mode, the new mid-card titles are just there. Of course, to get the best results for anything that 2K patches, always you want to start new save files in your universe and general manager mode.
Trash.
Now, I know what you're asking. You're asking, but patch notes. And yeah, there was a lot of patch notes. I got like 3 pages of patch notes. Let me know in the comments for future patch videos. You want to watch me read or you want to watch video? A lot of patch notes to read. And everyone's favorite is, of course, general stability and performance improvements. Yeah, that's right. How can we have a patch without general stability? But for championships, they did add the new NXT and women's championships. Cameras got a big overhaul and they work, and I'm excited about it. We addressed reported concerns of the Money in the Bank briefcase clipping during creations. We addressed reported concerns of camera cut presentation options not updating and AI versus AI matches. We adjusted Hell in a Cell roof transparency to make it more opaque, which means you could see better, but you can't see in a Hell in a Cell anyway. We addressed reported concerns of the camera losing its target in multiplayer brawl within WWE archives and the NXT parking lot environments, and when a superstar is exited the ring during an underground match. We addressed reported concerns of camera not focusing on the AI winner after a human player was eliminated from the Royal Rumble. Oh yeah, Royal Rumbles are fixed. They work like they're supposed to. That's an improvement. Improved camera tracking, angles, and targeting. Addressed camera reported concerns of superstars disappearing at the end of brawls. I didn't have this issue. Did you have this issue? I didn't see it. Addressed reporting concerns related to replays highlight reel for the following: back tattoos, spectator camera UI, drag attacks against car hoods, and closing of the casket and casket match now display correctly during replays. Okay, I couldn't get replays to work at all in the first place, so I don't know what they're talking about. Royal Rumble Battle Royal highlights now span the entire match. That's actually kind of cool. All participants show up correctly in Elimination Chamber match highlights. I don't play Elimination Chamber matches. Somebody in the comments, who's my Elimination Chamber guy? Let me know if that was fixed. Pin rope break is captured properly in highlights. That's never worked. I don't believe you, and I couldn't replicate it. So it says it works. Let me know what you guys think about it. The Creation Suite. Yes, the Creation Suite busted all of your creations. But to be fair,
Oh, to be fair.
To be fair. To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
Oh, to be fair.
it only busted the creations of people that, glitch the game, like all our favorite creators that do stuff, the creations that it's not supposed to do. That's the stuff that got busted. If you're just making straight up wrestlers, you're fine. You put them up. But if you're doing some spectacular stuff like adding beards and taking away hair and adding tattoos and stuff, then yeah, they're all busted, and all of your favorite creators are going to have to re-upload those for your creator wrestlers to work. Is it a bummer? Kinda. I kind of understand it at this point, and they split it on different consoles, so it's just weird. If your creation's straight up, it works fine. If you used a whole lot of glitches, you're going to have to re-upload it and unglitch it to re-glitch it. They didn't patch the glitches. You just got to re-upload it with the new glitches? That's a mouthful. I don't know. Stability improvements for all modes. I feel like I've said that twice already. Create an Arena, my favorite. We've got more updates to Create an Arena this year than we have in the last 3 games combined. And I'm enjoying Create an Arena. Got a couple up on community creations, cheap pop. Search BeachBurnBob, of course, and get your favorite creations on the PlayStation side. Sorry, Xbox guys. Create an Arena addressed reported concerns of revert dialogue not appearing when canceling from arena lighting. What? Addressed reported concerns of thumbnails being incorrect for templates and saves. That's always been there. Addressed reported concerns where a commentary team would not appear at the announce table or present. Yep, they don't do that either. Addressed reported concerns where previously applied images were not removable if the part was switched to one or less customized sections. I feel like I need a math book and an algebra class to read these. Addressed reported concerns when previously applied images were not removable if the part was switched to one or less customized sections. Does your average gamer even know what I'm talking about, or only the diehards still listening to this? Reported concerns that where text for subparts of an announcer table were incorrect. Reported concerns where inner LED ring posts could not be individually customized. Wait, what? Addressed reported concerns of venue features blocking the ring mat. So basically the mode didn't work at all is what you're telling me. Addressed reported concerns of the ability to toggle venue features from all screens. I don't know what that means. Addressed reported concerns of lighting rigs being hidden based on users' venues features preferences. Okay. Seriously? Address the objective highlight blinker for better visibility. And that is all of your Create Arena patches. Please let me know what this means. And if you are a huge Create Arena guy, did this help or did it hurt? Because I make basic arenas like raw 2001 stuff. I don't do WoW. Addressed reported concerns of not being able to reorder image customizations and create a superstar. I'm excited they fixed that, but guess what? That was the only thing they fixed to create a superstar. However, through testing, tattoos work now, face paint works now. Everything that, worked in patch 1 that was broken in patch 3 is now working again in patch 7 in a nutshell. Environments. We added the Saturday night's main event arena. I don't know why that's called an environment, but sure. Improvements to player camera collision when objects in multiple arenas. Okay. Updated multiple superstar Trons. That they did, and they're cool. Like Faxium has Trons now, and others. GM mode. Huge GM mode. Added the women's mid-card championships for Raw, SmackDown, the NXT brands. Brands with mid-card belts now have their popularity bonus reduced for balancing against other brands. Of course, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can have that belt, but you're not going to get as good of a match now. Explain that. Updated NXT belt visuals. NXT brand now receives 2 copies of their power card per season. Sure. Roster tuning, stat updates for various superstars. This has been fixed. However, LA Knight being a 2-time United States champion, I got to check my math on that one, but at least he's still $1 million champion. They didn't take it out like they did last year. Game tuning. Here we go. Tuning for fan retention to gain access across the game. Fan retention rate now increases from season to season up to a max of 99%. GM guys, comment down below. Help us out. What does that mean? PLE victory bonus has been tuned and reduced from 10K to 5K fans because the building was too small for us to put fans in. I don't know. Tuning updates for seasonal challenges. I really wish they would just left GM mode alone. It was fun in 24. I'm having a hard time getting into it 25. I do not like the new PLE system. If you leave everything else and just give me the old PLE system, I'd be happy with that. And then reduce the maximum amount of fans a charity promo can grant. Because guess that was too overpowered because I didn't think it was, but maybe. They fixed emails in general manager mode. We now get email tuning, so some emails appear more often, which means you'll get the same request over and over again. General stability updates and improvements. Why? WrestleMania now requires all brands and all difficulties to book 2 mid-card matches during week 25 because it wasn't confusing enough as it is. I will have a complete deep dive on general manager mode as a separate video because wow. My faction, don't you move, Todd. It's only like 2 updates. You're not skipping. It's my faction. We're talking about it. Ready? Go. They didn't add any new persona cards or anything to this patch, so there's no hidden models yet. That will be coming later. However, of course, we're going to get more persona cards. But they did update displays for pack contents within different play modes. They updated empty images. No, they're still empty images. I saw them. Or did I see them? General stability improvements. Yes. Now I know what everyone else. Did your My Rise have some problems? You have to start over My Rise? Well, guess what? They patched that too. Ready? General stability and improvements. That's going to be a t-shirt on the store by the time this video is over. Now, universe mode. We've gone over universe mode some. Let's go over what they actually said. And of course, then I'll continue to tell you what it really did, not what they said it did, because this is 2 totally different things. In universe mode, added calendar for Saturday night's main event to the universe calendar as a PLE template. Active shows will no longer be automatically simulated when deleting a simulated show. It's 50-50 on that. It kind of does it, and then it still does the old way too. Addressed reported concerns with a show deletion from a calendar and improved, wait for it, stability and functionality to universe mode. I know, shocked. With the user interface, though, they addressed reported concerns of divisions not being editable on custom shows. Divisions do work better now. That's neat. Addressed reported concerns of changing being reset. Addressed reported concerns of changing being reset in participants menu, also resetting, changing all shows. This is better. Still a few issues. Addressed reported concerns of Judgment Day R-Truth being used even when R-Truth Judgment Day is locked. So if you haven't unlocked R-Truth yet, I have a video for you on the channel. So if you were using R-Truth and you can't now and you want to know why, it's because you didn't beat My Rise 5 times. Thank you, 2K. MLB The Show 25. No, Money in the Bank cash-in sliders will properly reset to default when resetting universe. Maybe. Just maybe. They updated Rich Holland's nameplate. Comment down below, Rich Holland. Where's my Rich Holland fans? Let's go.
See what I did there? Yeet. Yep.
Matchmaking for Universe. Here we go. Tuned logic for how many managers are assigned during show's matchmaking. What you could have said was, hey, managers didn't work in Universe mode because we patched it and broke it, and now we patched it and managers work like they did when the game shipped. That's what that line means. Addressed reported concerns of 2-day battle royal causing a 3rd Royal Rumble match to appear. I thought this was a feature, not a bug. I mean, 3 Royal Rumble winners in 2 matches. That's special. Addressed reported concerns surrounding intergender matchmaking and generating title shots. This one's a flat out lie, y'all. No, intergender does not work at all. And I think what the thing you need to realize is that we were wanting mixed match titles. I want Scarlett and Karrion Kross to have a tag belt. You can do that. You just have to custom, make the match of those 2 going against 2 others and do it. But it's not going to fix your divisions. What they mean with these tag belts is that it can be men versus women for the same tag belt. So you could have AOP versus Katana Chance and Carter for the tag titles. That's what they meant. The way they marketed it is that we were getting mixed match. That's not true. So hopefully they address that, in 29. Addressed reported concerns of tournaments, including the inability to add custom superstars to a tournament. Tournaments, they finally added to this year's game. They worked for patch 1, died in patch 2. They're back in patch 7. How about that? Numbers. So your PLE tournaments will work, and it does. It's cool. Rivalries, they did do stuff with rivalries. Let's talk about that for a minute. Address the ability to set up rivalry actions on PLEs. Yes, you can now do it. But like I said, if you want rivalries to end, it still must be on the 3rd or 4th week for them to end correctly. And I do have a full universe guide on the channel for you to check out. Address reported concerns surrounding Money in the Bank assignments, targets, rivalry actions, and entrances. Yes, all rivalry actions are better. If you were loving rivalry actions, they work a little bit better for you. If you were hating rivalry actions, they work a little bit better for you. Updated referee attire in rivalry actions. That should have been there from the beginning. But hey, the SmackDown ref shirt, it works now. So that's a good thing. Addressed reported concerns of some rivalry actions being locked to male superstars only and cutscenes. I actually thought this was a feature. I thought certain ones were for male superstars, certain stars were for females. I didn't know that wasn't a thing until you patched it. Addressed reported concerns of the win in 5 minutes promo will now show a timer in the next match. Cool. We can now have a clock. Why can't I have WWE Speed? Why is the Speed titles and the Speed ring and the Speed match not in there? It's in my faction. We'll get it in 26. Let's comment we want Speed or something. Gameplay. Addressed reported concerns of run-in and paparazzi paybacks not functioning in universe. So far, all paybacks I could find do work in universe mode. Addressed improvements around bloodline rules match, alternate attire usage, and custom match rules applying correctly. All of it works now. I've been holding off on the custom match table video because it was busted. This has fixed it. That video will be out shortly. Addressed improvements reporting concerns of rope breaks automatically happening in underground matches. There's no ropes in an underground match. Why was this a thing to begin with? They actually listed something called Other. I'm not even sure what Other means, but this is what they put. Enabled payback My Rise 25 and WrestleMania 31 day-night arenas to be in Create a Show in Universe mode, but they didn't do the Grapple Legends yet. So we know they can patch them into Universe mode. They just proved it with this patch. Hopefully the next patch will give us Grapple Legends Arena for your universe. Enabled win-loss tracking for all superstars in universe mode. This is my favorite update. I've wanted this update for 10 years, and I like win-losses. I think I've said it too much in this video. Wins and losses matter when you're playing a video game. I'm glad it's here. Never take it out. Address reported concerns with championship stats. Oh, wow. We've already talked about that. Or we're going to deep dive about. No, it's not. Flat out lie. Is it better? No. Does it work? Sometimes. Why? We need another patch to fix it. Addressed reported concerns have made various adjustments to initial universe mode, roster, and setup. What that means is they cleared out some stuff and they added more allies and enemies to reflect today's product as of December. So all your released superstars in December, they're now free agents. They're no longer on the shows. And some of your other wrestlers as of December are now on the correct show. So, I mean, that's cool. And that is a lot of patch notes. Like, it's insane number of patch notes. But let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think? Because I think it's absolutely insane that there this many patch notes and still stuff that needs to be fixed.
Trash.
Now to a couple more fun things they've added, because, like, how about the War Raiders? Yeah, the War Raiders are here, and this is interesting because they got their new updated Trons, and they are defaulted to come out now as the War Raiders, just like you see on TV. But just because they're out there on TV, they did not update the attires. Luckily, this is kind of cool, is the attires are in Community Creations or in Create mode. You can go in and throw the War Raiders attire on them. If you are liking the Viking Raiders, if you put their trio entrance in with Valhalla, it go ahead and makes the Viking Raider entrance. That is still their trios entrance. And if you're not crazy about the War Raider Trons, even though they've been completely wiped out, Valhalla still has the Viking Raider Trons, so you can mix and match. So right now it's cool. If they're in a tag match, they're the War Raiders in my universe. If they're they got a manager with Valhalla, they're the Viking Experience Raiders in my universe. Yeah, I don't know. It's half baked. It feels so good and so bad at the exact same time. Like I said, I feel like the first month of this game, we were just all beta testers because this feels like the full product that's in the game, but it's still just a little bit buggy. And I know I'm missing stuff, so let me know in the comments below, what are you having problems with? What new problems have you seen in universe mode? Now, one of my favorite things that they've added to the patch, which just makes this patch the greatest to me personally, let me know if you're excited about it, is Degeneration X. That's right, Degeneration X. Finally, we did a whole video on how to manipulate and create them in 23. It was impossible to create them in 24. Well, in 25, y'all, we got some stuff. Because not only did we get the Degeneration X music, we got new Trons, we got old Trons, we got new victory motions. Like, this is amazing. So what era of DX do you want? Do you want the 97 DX? You can do it because those Trons are there. Do you want the 2008 DX that came back and beat up Cody Rhodes and DiBiase Jr.? Yep, those Trons are there too. And do you want the current, let's pretend Crown Jewel never happened DX? Well, that Shawn Michaels is still in the game, so you can do that DX as well. But this is cool because they also have the new victory motions and new... It's DX. They're finally in the game. What can I say? I'm excited. This is something I feel should have been taken out. It should have been in every game ever. But DX is here, and it's cool, and I'm excited about it. Let me know what you guys think about it. Of course, the DLC will be the Road Dogg and the Jesse Jameses and the Mr. We'll just call him Billy Gunn for this video. And it's cool because when this game's all said and done, we'll actually have the full NWO and DX and we're still missing Evolution. One day we'll get a Woo and get Ric Flair back. But hey, we got DX, so I'm very excited about that. And everybody's favorite girl, Bailey, got an update. Bailey's had a 5-head for a couple years. This year, we got 3 separate models of Bailey. They went ahead and updated her makeup, and, now she looks like Bailey. So I'm like, hey, it took 3 games, but Bailey is here. So as cool as it is that DX is in the game, 2K also decided to make sure that Hit Row will live on forever. Thanks to 2K, we will still have Hit Row. And what I mean by this is that BFAB finally got her new Trons, which is awesome. So now BFabulous can be fabulous. However, there is a catch to this. Because of this, in patch 1.6, Ashante the Adonis had Trons. Well, they're still linked together for some reason from the DLC from 2K23. So when they changed BFAB's entrance, they also changed Ashante's. So now Ashante comes out with BFAB, Trons and stuff, and BFAB comes out with BFAB's Trons and stuff. And yet you could go into creation and create a video and still have Hit Rows Trons and stuff, but not Ashante's. So let me know who has the best top dollar, because we're going to put Hit Row together, because if 2K is going to make sure Hit Row lives forever, so am I. So I find that interesting. And that's the overall arc of this patch, is that for everything they added that was so great, and people are going to praise that they fixed, because they have fixed a lot, there is a lot of things that are still half-baked that need a few patches in, and some stuff that shouldn't have been broke in the first place. I am so conflicted on this patch. I'm glad it happened. But I also think that it should have just been like this at day one. This should have been what the game released as, and then we patch from here. Not the beta version we had, and now we're to this point. So I'm really excited to see as it goes. If you're still listening to me rant, can you do me a favor? Acknowledge your tribal beach.
Acknowledge me.
And hit that like button. It sends it out so more people can see it. And comment down below. Your comments and likes and subscribes helps me keep doing this. And I love doing this. But we're going to have to pick some universe. We're going to have to pick some rivalry actions. There's new stuff. So we have new videos coming. And of course, we have unlocks for everything. And the other unlocks that haven't showed up yet will show up shortly. While you're waiting for those, I beat the island in a day and no one cared, but I made a whole video about it and you can check it out right here. Also, there's a limited time if you're watching this in the last week. What's my watch say?
Do you know what my watch is saying?
I've never heard that watch.
If you're watching this in the last week, then you got just a little bit more time to get the man bun tribal chief Roman Reigns with a locker code. That video's there too. Remember, make life your beach. And we'll see you on the next video.